Is the United States a democracy or a republic? It's an ongoing argument playing out on social media and in news op-eds nationwide. And it really took off after US Senator Mike Lee tweeted, quote, "We're not a democracy," during the 2020 election. Some Republicans say we're a republic, not a democracy, while some Democrats say the opposite. So which is it? That's a question that might pop up on a high school history exam. How do we classify the United States? A democracy, B, a republic, or C, both. Easy, right? You think, well, duh, it's a democracy. I mean, we're a government of the people, by the people, and for the people after all. But it turns out that doesn't automatically make us a democracy, or at least not a pure democracy, because people don't vote on every single issue. Think about a town square in ancient Greece. That could get chaotic pretty quickly. And seriously, who has time to weigh in on every single issue? Congress considers thousands of bills a year, and that's just at the federal level. So this is why we elect leaders to vote for us on legislation. Think Congress. But if we're not a democracy, then what are we? Some might say that we're B, a republic, which makes sense, especially since the word is right there in the Pledge of Allegiance.
And to the republic for which it stands.
And it checks out, because in a republic, the people hold the power, but there are also the three branches of government to provide structure and to balance that power. Even in the presidential election, the popular vote doesn't elect presidents directly. The Electoral College does. And as for Congress, while the House of Representatives gives states with more people more votes, the Senate gives states equal pull with 2 each. That's clearly not pure democracy, because California is 78 times larger than Wyoming. So while the Founding Fathers absolutely wanted majority rule, as James Madison wrote in the Federalist Papers, they also wanted to make sure that overbearing majorities wouldn't lead to mob rule and dominate minorities. Thus, the Senate and the Electoral College. So obviously the US is a republic, right? Confusing, I know. Well, that's because the best answer to the question is C, both. You might call it a democratic republic. Democracy is the underlying idea, like a foundation, while a republic is the system for making it happen. It's the building on top. With that being said, I asked my own high school history teacher why the country's set up like this.
It's messy, and it can be frustrating for people. But that's the way our founders wanted it to be. They wanted there to be real consensus on things and there to be compromise on things, and they didn't want there to be tyranny in any way, shape, or form.
Now that we've cleared that up, we know how important our vote actually is, and we may have a shot at passing that US history exam. Got it straight? Comment below and vote on our bias meter.